Now for the final award today, the Edinburgh Comedy Awards Best Comedy Show, given this year in the memory of Sean Hughes. Sean won the Perrier, as it was then known, the Perrier Award in 1990, and I was around at that time. I was doing a show with Frank that year, and it was a very special time. There were a lot of comics who'd gone on to do great things: Eddie Izzard, Paul O'Grady, Joe Brown, Jack Dee. It was definitely a very sort of, it felt like a new chapter in terms of like comedy, and Edinburgh was like a focal point for it. It was funny in those days because any of those people, Lee Evans, Skinner, Baddiel, Newman, and people like that, all on the comedy circuit and elsewhere, if you couldn't make a gig, you could just ring up and say, "Will you do this gig instead of me?" And then just book another comic. It didn't matter. You could sort of fill in for anyone as long as you were sort of a certain standard. You could sort of swap jobs. And not funny, but interesting, I think. But the fact is, something that I've been up here a few years since. I've never done anything since I won the Fringe Award. Since then, at the time rather, this atmosphere of trying to do things that were new and fresh, and it was part of it was a lot of young people getting involved in comedy, which hadn't really happened much before. There was sort of fledgling, what was called alternative comedy, but there were a lot of young people, we were all in our 20s, trying to do comedy that had value and wasn't about all the old tropes, the sort of lazy stereotypes and all the rest of it. People were trying to do comedy that was their own voice, but it was so it was unique to them and their voice, but it wasn't reinforcing old stereotypes. And Sean was the epitome of that. He was honest. It was about himself. His comedy was an expression of who he was. It was an extension of who he was, and it had an authenticity about it, and it wasn't about pandering to the hate mongers. And so, coming up here over the years, the subsequent years. And even today, hanging out in the Pleasance Courtyard, the atmosphere is the same as it was 28 years ago. It feels the same. It's just, you know, all the faces and people like Sean who've gone now have been replaced by other young new faces who are all definitely embody the spirit and attitude that we felt was around then. So it feels like to me it's still a very special, exciting place. Yes, let's move on. But anyways, I think we should give a round of applause to Sean Hughes.
So, moving on, shall we have well no, not moving on, it's the same, but moving on from Sean to the awards. Let's have a round of applause also for each of the Best Comedy Show nominees. The nominees are Ahir Shah, Duffer,
Alex Edelman, Just For Us,
Felicity Ward, Busting a Nut,
Glenn Moore, Glenn, how do you like it, how do you like it?
Kieran Hodgson, 75,
Larry Dean, Bampot,
and Rose Mataveo, Hornblow.
And the winner is Rose Mataveo.
100% had nothing prepared, because this is completely unexpected. First of all, massive round of applause to everyone else nominated. It's all a really incredible show. This is very exciting, and I want to thank lots of people, especially everyone. I was supposed to say everyone back in New Zealand. That's the most small town thing I've ever said. The country of New Zealand. For support, thanks to my parents for letting me do comedy since I was about 16. Thanks to Josie Long and DOD for being friends with me when I was a teenager, starting out in comedy and inspiring me to do it. I thank you, Kath Gagan, my wonderful manager. Incredible. Thanks to my friends, Alice and Paul, and all my New Zealand friends for being very, very kind, and Emma, and Al, and Sheeps for some reason, and Ed, and Nish, and James, and everyone who I've known throughout being at the Fringe. This is my third Fringe, and I've just met the best people in my life here. This is like surreal and a dream that I didn't think would happen. But thank you so much. I'm probably not thanking lots of people. Oh, I do actually. I will thank one person, and if you've seen the show, you will know. But thank you, Alice Kapranos from Franz Ferdinand, for giving me the best ending to the show. But genuinely, thank you very, very much. This is overwhelming.